What's the dream? What is it that you're working towards?
Just being very good at what I do. Look, I have little things that I want to do. I want to pop over to a couple of destinations, traveling.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Chats. Now, for those of you who have been on here before, you know that this is a half hour or so conversation where I get to talk to another business owner about who they are, what they do, why they do what they do, all the things that are important in life, right? Now, today I am joined by Natalie Fogarty. So Nat and I have been friends for a few years now, and Natalie has recently started a new business called Brand Suite, which is very different to what she was doing before, but I'll let Nat share more about that. So Nat, please, would you introduce yourself to the people who are listening today?
Yes, my name's Natalie, as you said, and I come from a background of 20 years of marketing. And over that time, I realized that lots of business owners were bolting heaps of online platforms together. So they were doing things like everything from Kajabi and Mailchimp, Entreport, all these different ones, and they were bolting them all together and paying even Zapier to get them to all talk to each other. So I came across the opportunity to create my own white label called Brand Suite, and yes, we've jumped into that full tilt. And you can do anything from run your CRM to build yourself a website to email marketing without extra costs and a bulk load of stuff. In fact, there's over 25 applications all bolted together, one subscription, and it's just taking the pain away. It's just been amazing.
That's awesome. So how did you get into this kind of work though? Tell me about what led to Natalie getting into marketing even and where how that sort of grew to where you are now.
So, like 20 years ago stuff?
Yeah, whatever you want to share.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it all happened by osmosis. My parents were graphic designers, but they actually were in a time of newspapers and those kinds of things. And so it was a totally different media. And I decided after I had twins that I would work from home for a little while. And in a nutshell, I decided that if I said to my parents if they had any overflow work, they had a business here in Toowoomba, and I was out at Gundawindi at the time. And if they had any overflow work, send it out and I would do it. Within a month, I had to go and get my own ABN because I had that much work locally all come to me, which was absolutely amazing that I really didn't have time to do anyone else's work. So that's how I got into it. And then gradually over 20 years, I've always been the kind of person that if you don't know something, say yes and learn on the job. So I had a organisation come to me and say, this was about 18 years ago, say, Natalie, can you build us a website? And I went, yes. And so myself and a girlfriend, we got in my office and we built this massive website. And thankfully on Dreamweaver, which was all coded and everything, and we just worked it out on the fly. And we built this website. It worked beautifully. Back then, compared to now, it would be not even up to scratch, but it was an online presence for them. It took people's details, and so that's exactly what they wanted, to share what they did and how they did it. And yeah, and we did it, and it just grew from there. And then another one came along, another one, and then people started saying that I want a website, or I want my business to be able to do things for me and make money while I'm asleep. And I'm going, okay, how do we do that? So we started bolting Mailchimp together and doing jot forms and pulling everything in together. And it started building up the cost for a business every month. So that's when I stumbled across being able to white label and go into Brand Suite. So yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I love to understand the journey of how people get to now. It's all well and good to go, yeah, this is phenomenal. Which I love it. But understanding the process that's got you to here that always fascinates me. With all the work that you get to do with your clients, what is it that you love most about what you get to do?
The dopamine buzz I get is when the business owner says, guess what? I just made X. And that is my biggest buzz. It's so cliche, but I just get such a buzz from seeing people succeed. And I really love helping people. And I really love when they come to me with a problem and I can solve them. We might initially take the long way around, but we nut it out, we work it out, and we get the problem solved. And that's the bit that gives me the thrill.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? Watching your clients do that little, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you see them doing a champagne launch, whereas before they were in their bedroom tapping away, or whatever their business, opening their new shop front, or going from struggling with their primary producer business and having a side hustle that gets them through the hard times.
Yeah.
That really, floats my boat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Watching those processes. It is very cool. Very cool. So flip side of that then, what is it that you least enjoy?
Least enjoy?
Yeah.
That's really tough. And the reason why is because I love what I do. So I've never worked a day in my life, in my mind. So the least thing, I can't even think of anything that I don't like doing.
What's the first thing you'd outsource? Because that's when I got to the point of starting to outsource
the books, but I've outsourced the books for finances and stuff for 20 years. So I forget about it. So I just deal with that stuff. Don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone else fix it. Yeah. 100%. And it's so fascinating because I know about 90%, at least 90% of the business owners who I've talked to in Tuesday chats, but also in other spaces, that is like the most common thing that people want to outsource over and over and over again. It's finances or admin or both, like some version of that. It's I don't want to do this. I think it's the bookkeepers and accountants, right?
Yes.
And it's really, I find it fascinating because my stumbling block is that I've outsourced that as well, but then I tend to am not great at tracking my own numbers, right? So then I'm going, I'll just do my and then I look around and go, hang on a second, we need to adjust the balance sheet here.
Yeah. See, and you know me very well. I'm details schmeetails. I'm visionary. I see the big picture. I really admire accountants and bookkeepers and how they get down to finding 5 cents missing. To me, I'd go, who cares? But it's a common thing, I think, and especially if you are of the creative kind. Creative people don't even think with that side of their brain.
Yeah, it's interesting though that we do this. So many of us do this because then, like, we're in business to make money, right? No, we're not making enough money. Like, we're in business for a lot of different reasons. And it's so many of us are there to make a difference for whatever reason, in whatever space, whatever our genius zone is. And also the difference is not just for our clients, it's also for ourselves and to create the life that we want. And if we don't have the income coming in, we can't have the life that we want. And yet we just go, I'll outsource that. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah. I'm fortunate, like the communication's pretty clear with my guys, but 100%. And also, this is a good little New Year's resolution for people to have, is go through all your subscriptions, work out the things that you don't actually use and stop it. Because it can be a money pit. And one way too, go into your PayPal account or your Stripe account, actually into the back end, and it says where all your subscriptions are, and go through and unsubscribe from all the things that aren't serving you.
Yeah. I did that just a little while ago, actually, and it's phenomenal how many little Apple subscriptions are there. I don't tend to buy apps where I know that I'm signing up to a subscription, and but it's actually really hard with Apple. Like I know I'm paying for some extra storage, but there's all these Apple things coming up that are nothing about what it's actually for. It's just going to Apple and then they're distributing it.
Oh, look, and I've got adult kids on our family plan.
Oh.
Subscribe to that's subscribed to aviation flight trackers.
Oh, yeah.
And all sorts of
I wonder which one of those kids that is for you.
exactly. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look, I discovered a Kayo subscription, like the sports channel. How much
Oh,
do
yeah.
you
Yeah. Don't even watch sport. Yeah, absolutely.
used
Yeah.
to? Not now.
Mm.
And certainly not going to pay a bloody subscription for it.
Oh, hilarious.
The things that we do for our kids, hey? It's changing, believe me. We've had some conversations lately.
Yes. We've had that conversation often, but it doesn't seem to land.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm like, if we don't hurry up and sort this, you're getting booted from their subscriptions.
Exactly. Oh dear.
Um, yeah, love these. Yeah, man, I could go in some really old. These kids don't know how good they've got it.
I used to carry 2 buckets of milk over the hill to what was it to feed the calves? Yeah, I know that one.
Walk
Yeah.
uphill both ways. Rah, rah, rah.
Yes. We walked to school 15 miles. Oh, well.
Oh, it's so funny.
Character building.
So I love the fact that our kids are such similar age. It's an interesting journey, the whole adult kids, and I've got one at home. You've got yours are in and out. I've got one at home, one not. Yeah. Anyway, thank
Yeah.
goodness for the flexibility of building our own businesses so that we can be the parent that we want at whatever age,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. And I think too, if a pretty good indication of if you were a good parent is your kids being adults and still coming home. I think like, or maybe not necessarily a good parent, a job done well.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
If they're still comfortable to come and live at home and then go and backwards and forwards and whatever they need to do, whatever's happening in their life with the university and jobs and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always maintained that with them, that this isn't much about business, really, is it? Doesn't matter.
Business life is business.
Yeah.
Our business is a reflection of our lives.
Absolutely. And like I've seen it elsewhere, but if you're broke, come home. If you've got a relationship problem, come home.
Yeah.
If you are in trouble of any kind, come home. Or if you just need a break, come home. I've always maintained that with my kids, and they do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've been talking because I've got my youngest and 2 bonus kids at home at the moment, which is great. And I'm in that it's unexpected, but I'm happy to be a soft place for them to land right now while they get their feet back under themselves and take off again. Our youngest is about to kind of launch for the first time, which is exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole doors are open.
Absolutely.
So just super quickly, what's the dream? What is it that you're working towards?
Just being very good at what I do. Look, I have little things that I want to do. I want to pop over to a couple of destinations, traveling. We're heading to Japan this year. I'm off to Tasmania with a group of girlfriends. I think that is the real highlight of the year, but that's not till October. Just have the freedom to be able to do a few things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have the right people in the space so that I can go and do things. And I'm not going to travel for 6 months of the year. I am a homebody, but I do like to get away with my husband and do a few things. Yeah, I guess that's the short term. Long term is to leave a bit of a legacy for my kids. Yeah.
When you talk about the legacy, what's the legacy that you want to leave with them?
So I doubt that either of them will go into business. They're both professional people and they don't want to, not that business people aren't professional people, but they have careers. So I guess the legacy for them would be that I would leave them with a good foundation. I would leave them with some security. I would also leave them with a good life ethic. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I love that. There's so many people when they talk about legacy, it's just about the dollars. And that's important, right? Our quality of our life is dictated. It's money is up there with oxygen in terms of the number of choices we've got, right? And the quality of the life that we get to lead. But it's not the only thing. And there's so many other things that we teach our children and can leave with our children that have got nothing to do with the bank account.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And having a generation of good people in amongst all this digital noise is really a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That digital noise, as you said, massive impact on kids. I was listening to a podcast recording thing the other day, and they're talking about how people like Steve Jobs and the CEOs of Google and Microsoft, their kids don't get devices of any sort, tech devices, until they're like 12 years old as a bare minimum. And then there's those of us who are not from that perspective, who gave our kids access earlier, like I certainly did. Yeah, but the digital impact is massive on when I see given that my kids are both young adults now,
I just think that the old-fashioned thing of riding your push bikes around the neighbourhood, or like for us, our kids having a rural upbringing, really sets some good foundations for kids when they get out, create their own play, do nature play, they build cubby houses out of sticks. I really think that, and care for animals, I really think that sets them up for some really good life values.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Yeah. It's interesting. I've just spent some time out with my brother and his kids that are like, his eldest is only lower primary school, and to see the difference in just knowing that they're on the land, they've got it's I don't know, probably a half a K from their house down to where the chooks are because of what's been built on the property so far. The whole, it's dark and we haven't fed the chooks and put them away yet. Too bad, get in the buggy anyway. We're going for a drive.
Yes.
The job's got to happen, because otherwise the chooks won't survive overnight because something will get in and eat them, right?
Yes. Yeah. Happened to us. Yes.
Yeah. And look, happened in our family as well if you forget the chooks at night time. But these kids don't, even if it's like dinner time and suddenly they go, oh, hang on, chooks. Dinner's forgotten and off we go. We sort the chooks out. It's got to be taken care of because that's their responsibility. It's an interesting perspective compared to the way when you see others, like my kids weren't, it's a 20 meters from my house to my chook run, right?
Yes. And you just walk down in your slippers, really.
Make sure you got a torch so you can see the snakes, right? We are in Queensland after all. But it's just a different perspective, right? And different again, I think, for those kids who are not raised with those sorts of responsibilities either.
Yes.
Anyway, but I love it. So last question as we wrap it up for the day, correction. Hang on a second. Let's rearrange my brain a little bit here and actually get it back on track, right? Too many squirrels happening at the moment. Back to Brand Suite and this phenomenal platform. Now, I've been using Brand Suite now for a couple of months, very much underutilizing it. Do not use me as a good example, people. Listen to that.
We'll get you there. And Kirsty's doing a wonderful job. She is.
I am so lucky to have a VA like Kirsty working with me.
Yes.
But she is doing a great job. But so for those people who, if they want to use Brand Suite, how's the best way for them to get access to that?
Okay, because I've been doing a Tuesday chat on Wednesday.
Sometimes recordings happen on time and sometimes they don't.
They don't. That's exactly right. I've put a little coupon together. So if they use your affiliate link, so what happens is Terri has an affiliate link so that she can get rewards, and so do you. By using your affiliate link, go in, you'll supply it below in the comments.
I'll pop it in the chat.
For January, if you put in the code word Tuesday Chat 26, you can give Brand Suite a run for $1. How about that?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I put the link and that code into the chat, into the comments in Facebook here, so that people can can use that. But remember this, we're doing this recording in January 2026. If you happen to catch this and that's past that, it's the code's only going to work for this month. However,
reach out to Terri and we'll see what we can come up with.
Look, when you're the owner of the business, you get to make the rules, right?
Absolutely. When I'm the gatekeeper.
Love it. Awesome. And I will say, Nat has been amazing to work with. The tech side of things that sit in underneath the back end of a business that are needed like this in terms of the digital stuff is not my forte.
So with Brand Suite, we offer also a fabulous community. So we meet on Fridays and we have lots of on our online platform every week. We're growing new courses and stuff going on all the time. And also I'm very, very responsive, meaning that one of us is really contactable. So you're never left out in the lurch. If you need help with something, we'll get it sorted.
100%. And that's exactly what I was going to say, is that don't look at me as the example. However, Nat's been phenomenal. Every time I have stopped and asked for some help, made some progress, whatever, made the time to get into the chats on the Friday morning, it's so helpful. It's so beneficial, and it makes it's such an easy thing to follow.
And it's so fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It is so fun.
I do love seeing it when it works. I love seeing it when it works.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So key takeaway. When people think about you, think about Brand Suite, your business, what is it that you want people to remember?
That we can take away the pain. You don't have to sit and suffer with your tech stack. Let's pull that apart and go to one spot and take away all the noise, all the pain points, and just make everything smooth and flowing like silk.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely. And I lost track of how many subscriptions I let go of and how many platforms I now no longer need because of switching all my stuff across to Brand Suite. So I'm very grateful for that, because holy smokes, if you got to click from this one to that one, there's always 15 steps in the middle that my brain can find.
Oh, and if one breaks, it's like a stack of dominoes. They all break, don't they, in your systems? Yep. So if you've got them all in together, you don't have that problem.
Yeah. 100% love that. Thank you so much, Nat.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your time and energy and everything today. As always, it's wonderful to chat. But for now, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for those who are listening. Reach out to Nat. And if you've got any questions, like I said, I'll drop the link wherever you happen to be listening to this. We will make sure that the link is with this recording so that you can take advantage of that and check it out.